A puzzle box invitation to a murder mystery party is how Glass Onion introduces its ensemble. There is a politician named Claire who is hoping Miles will support her Senate race. There is also Lionel, a scientist employed by Miles' business, who has been tasked with creating the unstable and hazardous Clear, a new kind of fuel. There's Birdie, a well-known former supermodel who frequently uses harsh language, and Birdie's patient assistant Peg, a Twitch streamer named Duke, and his far too young partner Whiskey are present. Andi is also present, much to everyone's surprise given that Miles and company had forced her out of Miles' tech company. Miles' personal Greek island will serve as the venue for the murder mystery party. Benoit Blanc, perhaps the greatest detective in the world, was invited. However, Miles actually didn't invite Blanc to this party, as he reveals to Blanc in a private aside. The two decide that the puzzle box must have been reset and given to Blanc as a joke. Blanc accepts Miles' invitation to take part in the murder investigation, which he soon regrets. Before the mystery has even begun, Blanc has the case solved. Blanc admits to Miles that he intentionally destroyed the game because he fears for Miles' safety. When Duke succumbs to poisoning after taking a sip of Miles' beverage, Blanc's assertions appear to be validated. Whiskey enters the room crying and accuses Andi of being the murderer. The lights go off as part of the prearranged murder mystery party. Chaos sets in. Everyone is moving quickly. When Blanc and Andi finally meet, Blanc tells Andi that the only person who can assist fix this is her. And then Andi is shot by an unknown attacker. After Andi is shot, the movie rewinds to the beginning around halfway through. We identify it as Helen, Andi's twin sister. Helen says that Andi, her sister, allegedly committed suicide a week earlier. However, Helen thinks that one of her former friends from Miles killed Andi. When Helen dug through Andi's email, she came across a message she sent to everyone at the murder mystery party on the day she passed away saying, "I've finally found it, and I'm going to use it to burn this whole empire down." An image of Andi carrying a red envelope is attached. Helen did not find the mail when she was cleaning Andi's apartment, but she did discover the invitation in the puzzle box. She gives Blanc the diary, and together they come up with a scheme to disrupt the murder mystery party by having Helen attend as her sister, and Blanc claimed to have received a surprise invitation. It quickly becomes clear that the item Andi recovered was the bar napkin on which she had originally doodled the concept for the business, Alpha, which Miles later claimed as his own. Miles and Andi were partners for many years before Miles fully committed to the concept of the novel unstable hydrogen fuel. Andi quits the business and seeks to claim the portion that is legally hers, but Miles' attorneys cut her out in the process. When Andi went to court to reclaim her ownership interest in the company, that crucial piece of evidence, the napkin, was absent. However, the napkin vanished, and Miles' colleagues all testified in court that he had come up with the business idea. However, Andi discovered the genuine napkin and informed her former friends via email. After that, someone killed her. Helen searches everywhere on the island while posing as her sister and searching for the red envelope containing the napkin inside. Everyone there has a reason for wanting to kill Andi. She finds out after doing some digging about. Helen was upstairs searching the rooms for the red envelope at the time Duke passed away. When Helen is defacing her room, Whiskey, Duke's girlfriend, walks in. Whiskey believes Helen's Andi is the murderer because she leads him to believe that he is lamenting about splitting up with Duke rather than his death, and tells Whiskey that Duke deserved it. Blanc and Helen meet outside. Helen is shot, but is saved by the diary that Blanc has hidden in her jacket pocket. Blanc gets the idea to pretend that Helen has died by making up fake blood and tears out of Chekhov's hot sauce. This will give Helen some extra time to look for the envelope in the glass onion in the last room of the house. She does discover it. Who killed Duke is still a mystery. It's Miles Bron. Duke was intentionally killed by Miles when he gave him his poison glass. In addition, Miles poisoned Andi's tea when he visited, which is why he was horrified to see Andi when she came on his island. Miles was also the one who killed Andi. Why then did Miles murder Duke? Duke gave Miles a news article about Andi's suicide on his phone just before he passed away. So, the night that Andi died, Duke passed Miles on his way to Andi's residence. He must have suspected that Miles killed Andi because he wasn't aware of her death until he received a Google alert on his phone. Duke intended to exploit Miles as a scapegoat in order to advance his streaming career. But Miles had a superior thought. take advantage of Duke's fatal pineapple allergy by serving him a beverage that contains pineapple juice. By snatching Duke's gun and shooting Helen while the lights were out, Miles attempted to kill Helen as well. Helen can now show he lied in court because she has the original napkin. How will she show that it is the original? Because the stamp from the name of the pub that closed 9 years ago is on this napkin. That stamp is missing from Miles' napkin. Not so quickly though. The napkin gets burned there in front of everyone by Miles using his torch lighter. Once more, nobody is willing to confront Miles and give a testimony that they witnessed him burn the napkin. Helen is saddened to hear from Blanc that he is powerless in the absence of proof. However, he does give her some bravery and a reminder as to why your sister walked away in the first place. Helen was being quietly reminded by Blanc that Andi left because Miles' hydrogen fuel was practically a bomb. And after that, he sneakily gave her the fuel sample that had been distributed earlier in the movie. Miles' possessions are destroyed by Helen, who also starts a fire exactly beneath the air vent in the room that rises straight to the glass onion. The hydrogen fuel is then thrown in. The glass onion blows apart. The Mona Lisa's protective glass is removed by Helen, and the painting bursts into flames. She tells Miles that his wish has come true since he will always be associated with the Mona Lisa as the one who damaged the well-known artwork. In the end, neither Miles nor his friend pass away. The friends do, however, promise to support Helen in court and to stop lying in order to keep Miles safe. Blanc and Helen watch as the police boats approach the coast in the movie's climactic climax. So hope you enjoy the video. Stay tuned for further updates and don't forget to subscribe the channel. See you next time. Till then, be safe. Bye.